Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here on a not rainy morning with Raven and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Raven's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Raven is going to come home with her very own training equipment, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session today. Now she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Raven heel. Now at this point, Raven has a job to do, and that's to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying with her shoulders neutral to your left leg. And each time that you stop walking, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. In the event that she doesn't sit automatically, you tell her no and tell her to sit. And she's going to test you guys a little because she's been very spoiled at home. Here is school and home is home. This is your sit stay. You noticed Rich used his left open palm right in front of her muzzle on the one-word command to stay. Your homework is to practice this exercise indoors as well as outdoors. She started to break, so Rich told her no and got her back up into a sit. When he returns back to her, he walks all the way around her as an additional distraction, returning back to her shoulders, and then he praises her for a good job. And she's doing very good work today and showing you her new skills. And Rich is talking to her to keep her focused on him and not on everything else that's going on around her, the sights and sounds and smells, but staying with you. Nice automatic sit, another stay. And your job is to work this up to a 3-minute sit stay over the next couple of months. This time Rich is going to call her. He uses her name, he uses his leash as a guide, and he brings her right in, and she's to sit in front of you facing your knees, not jumping on you. And they heel out of that command, and everything starts and stops at that heel position. And this video is for you to use as a guide when you're practicing at home. So you can see what she knows and how to do it. And Rich will demonstrate that come on command again. He does use her name on this command. Nice sit. Very good girl. She's doing really well. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands. This is your down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left open palm, straight down toward the ground on the one-word command to down and stay. This command you can work up to 5 minutes. And if you have a dog that's holding a long down stay for 5 minutes, they're usually asleep. When Rich returns back to her again, he walks all the way around her, and she waits for her next command. So when you're working with her, get those commands out. They want to hear what you want them to do next.
Down, down, stay.
And she's learned to have a little more confidence, be a little less skittish. Rich calls her out of that, brings her in and has her sit. That was perfect. And the very last command that we're going to attempt is the down from a distance. This can be a harder command because you're not right next to the dog. You leave her in a sit stay and you turn to face her. Rich is going to use his right hand to give the command. That was pretty darn good. And that's your down from a distance. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Raven's formal on-leash obedience commands. We have a lot of things to go over with you when you come to pick her up. She's a good girl. She's done a good job. She's getting loving for doing such good work. And we look forward to seeing you this afternoon. And thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.